laughed and I told her get gone. Gon' get that me on. Ain't no give me not a thing. So I spend 90K on my range. You can see all my pain in my watch. Got my ex down and walking around with my hand on my. Cause I'm popping and I know you not. And I know you see just how I'm living. You're not happy with life, so you rockin' Reeboks on treetops, getting guap. Got a big band, it's like Sasquatch. Every time you see it, with a no, it's top
I got
notch.
that chicken to golf. A lot of these was lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No call. I want that caught. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago here in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Dallas Cowboys. It's a tradition that began in 1966, and off we go on a Thanksgiving afternoon in Dallas. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Lucky 56.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll set up a throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And now running right through it. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Underneath for Johnson. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
So when you saw him dump it off to the back, did you think he was going to pick up the first down there?
Well, I knew one thing. It wasn't his primary target. At least it didn't look like it. Turned out to be the play they needed, though, and it's big because it's the opening drive. So converting that third down, keeping the drive going.
Yeah, it certainly appeared like his downfield targets were covered. Threw a little dump off to his back, and nice effort picking up the first down, though, and you're right. That opening drive, keep those chains moving.
In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
Now let's go. Green 30.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And they'll get this down to the 10. 12 more yards there and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They've got a first and goal from the 10-yard line. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Todd Gurley with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gonzalez now to kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10. Back to throw here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Back to throw now on second and 10. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up third down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in. but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. Back to throw. And that's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone.
They're going to try and throw. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings. Up 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. He'll drop to throw. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle was made by Joel Iyiegbuniwe.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
They'll look to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Myles Garrett in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here.
All Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Cooper was the target there. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
A dump off to Elliott. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. Stopped short of the 25, but that 2nd effort got him a couple extra. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now back to throw. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4.
Detroit! Gone!
They're going to look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
And because they couldn't hit the long field goal, they are set up nicely offensively at the 41, 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he spins past him and into space. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. 44 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Pitch it back to Gurley. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
I like the call. Inside the red zone running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Detroit! Detroit!
They pitch it out to Johnson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And Gonzalez puts this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And now here come the Cowboys. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. They'll drop the throw. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw. Buying time to his left. And now another one thrown incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out. And a 5-yard penalty. Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Mayfield on first down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off with great anticipation. And they've got it very deep in enemy territory. It's inside the 5 at the 3-yard line. 1st and goal. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Hopkins, the one receiver right. They'll look to throw here. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tavon Austin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Second down, Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 49 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Lucky 56.
They go play action here on 1st down. To the right side and complete to Njoku. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Now a handoff. Johnson. He will push his way down to about the 14. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Mayfield now on 2nd down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. They'll run him now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Here we go. It's Gurley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Todd Gurley as the first half is winding down. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. You know, the man on our cover, John Madden, so synonymous with these Thanksgiving Day games. He was on TV for these from, I think, 81 to 01, giving out the Turkey Leg Award and turducken he always talked about. Special when you got a guy going off like this. I think he would be a good recipient of the Turkey Leg Award.
Well, he's definitely already worked on that leg. Is it possible he could end up getting the whole turkey?
Yeah, give him a thigh,
or the whole turducken. And it's really great that you mentioned Coach Madden because everyone knows him from this. Everyone knows him from the broadcast booth. Remember, he won a Super Bowl as a head coach in Oakland.
Yep, he did indeed. But right now, we are watching maybe one of those turkey leg performances with his second touchdown there. 15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Gun! 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 Right here, guys. Fight 51. Fight 51. Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They'll set up a throw. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we've hit halftime on Turkey Day here in Dallas. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Mayfield off the play fake. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Intended that time for Cooper. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Suddenly, it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Detroit! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. Second and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation,
and this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to go up top again. He's got a man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a big play there for the Browns. 46 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On first down, it's Gurley. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Oh, look at that. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. They'll run with Chubb. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
He's going to get it running right. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And the blitz does come. Forced out. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
And out now come the Cowboys. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Steps away to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Flush to his right. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get him to 4th down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Lucky 56.
They'll try and throw for it here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense.
Yeah.
Punt it away. Let your defense take over with better field position.
Hurry up, here we go.
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play, now 2nd and 13. To throw, Mayfield. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He can run for it, and he will. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own, but let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Back to throw now on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hopkins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. In for the score. And the Cowboys are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They had that lead, looked pretty comfortable in the 1st half, maybe got a little bit overconfident because that's gone now.
Almost takes us back to being kids, doesn't it? Because I know at some point your dad did the exact same thing mine did.
Okay.
It's okay to be confident, son, but overconfident, that's not a good thing. And that's maybe what we saw here. They thought they had this thing in hand, had full control, and guess what? They've got to find a way to get back to where they were before.
You think Papa Davis and Papa Garden would get along?
I think they get along just fine. And you know something? They'd still be giving us advice.
Absolutely. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
Play fake. Mayfield looking deep in the direction of Cooper. It's caught at the 10. And he takes this down. Deep on the Cowboys side of the field. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal. Now a handoff for Gurley. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Todd Gurley with his 3rd touchdown and 18th on the year. And the Browns have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Here we go. The Browns will go for 2. They'll try and run him with Gurley. And he spins through. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown, as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone. And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete. Line of scrimmage. Again, the 25. 2nd and 10.
Lucky 56.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Flushed out right. Open man right side is Ingram. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, he gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field? And they find each other for the completion. The Cowboys on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Detroit!
Back to throw here. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch. He'll drop to throw. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. They're going to look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the play. They'll drop to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different. Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as,
I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
They'll look to throw again. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. Right, this is 3rd and long.
Lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone. Detroit, Detroit.
Looking to throw. And it's caught. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. All right, so the Cowboys will go for 2 here. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. And, Johnson dinged up a bit. Still down. Hopefully nothing serious. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Go get him. Go get him. Go get him. Here we go.
On the toss, it's Gurley. That good for 19 and a first down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot.
Gurley again here on first down. Finding room to the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Todd Gurley, 31 yards. And the Browns have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Back to throw. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up second down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it, but they've got to continue to move quickly.
Back to throw. Rolling to his right. And incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
He's back to throw. They're able to find John Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
They'll set up to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Again they run with Gurley. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee.